Today we're going to be reviewing the Amazon Kindle HDX 8.9. This particular tablet is Amazon's newest high-definition tablet. It is nearly identical to the 7. If you're familiar with the Amazon HDX 7, it's nearly identical. It is a larger profile and it has an extra camera. Otherwise, it's basically the same tablet. Cost on this particular tablet is going to depend on 3 things: 16 gigabyte, 32 gigabyte, 64 gigabyte, and then a secondary issue, Wi-Fi or 4G. Now, I have a Wi-Fi version. We live in a rural area, and so Wi-Fi is the preferred method of internet and email, Facebook, etc. So I bought a Wi-Fi unit, $379 for the 16 gigabyte, $429 for the 32 gigabyte, $479 for the 64 gigabyte. There is no expansion slot for extra memory, no SD card slot, none, zero, nada. So consequently, when you pay $379, you're paying for 16 gigabytes. If you're paying $429, only 32 gigabytes. And so with the 64 gigabyte at $479. Also, Amazon has their built-in apps that pop up and show you various Amazon products, etc. For $20 more, you can have that removed, and I did. It's worth $20 to not have somebody trying to sell me something. Now, about the tablet. 2.2 gigahertz quad-core Snapdragon 800 processor. That puppy screams. I mean, it absolutely smokes. And with the 2 gigabyte of DDR3 memory, and with the fantastic graphics at 2560, that's 2560 by 1600. It is crystal clear. A beautiful, beautiful image when you look at this tablet. When you move it along, I mean, it's just crystal clear. Your angles are beautiful. I'm way over here. I'm standing over here, and it's just beautiful. You can read, you can see it with games or movies. It's fantastic. So again, it's a 2.2 gigahertz quad-core processor with 2 gigabytes of DDR3 memory. Now, the operating system. This is one of the things I don't like about this tablet. There's much to like. There's some things not to like. It's running on a glossed over Android 4.2.2 operating system. And when I mean glossed over, I mean it's a Fire operating system, as you can see. It is not Android. Now, when I say it's not Android, I mean built behind all of what you see is Android. But as far as your ability to access the Android marketplace, the Google marketplace, not going to happen. Not with this tablet. Not going to happen at all. You cannot access the Android apps. What you can do, you can go to the App Store and you can buy from Amazon. That's all you're going to be able to do. Now, what's the drawback to that, you might say? Well, if you have a free app, let's say we got here Live Lens. It's a free app. That Live Lens is going to be on the Google Marketplace. It's also going to be on the App Store. And most, about 75% of what you have on the Google Marketplace, you'll also have on the App Store if it's a free app. However, if it's a paid app, you're going to cut that down to about 40%. So understand me when I say you cannot get everything that you once were able to get on Google Android operating systems marketplace. Not here. About 85,000 apps is about what you're limited to here. So if you want a lot of apps, a lot of games, a lot of choice, you know, 85,000 is a lot. But I've browsed here one of my wife's favorite games, which is a bubble shooting game. hey, listen, it wasn't here. Okay, it was not here. Other apps were. We were able to find most of the apps that she enjoys, but that particular one, which is her favorite, is not here. So keep that in mind when you consider this tablet. That is that the App Store is what you're limited to. The Amazon App Store is what you're limited to. Now, having said that, there's nothing wrong with the Amazon marketplace. There's a lot there to choose from. You can see as you move along in here. A couple things I do like is the side button over here. I do like that better than some of the others. The carousel. You know, you flip that puppy. I'm going to show you something. I don't know about you. I don't want to do that. Okay? I just don't want to do that. I don't want to remove everything from here either. Add to home, remove from carousel, remove from device. I don't want to do that. I don't want to use this. Now over here, you flip the screen up and it looks a little more like your home screen on your regular Android. There are some aftermarket products. Mobile desktop is one where you can have a regular looking desktop here. So if that's something that you want, why, you know, it's available, but there are some limitations with the software here. Now, about the tablet. This thing only weighs 13.2 ounces. It's only a third of an inch thick. This thing is thin. This thing is light. I mean, I'm telling you, a one-handed tablet, very easy. A 9-inch tablet that can be manipulated, very easy one-handed. I mean, that's just fantastic. It's got a nice anti-slip back. On the back of your tablet, you've got your light sensor, you've got your camera, you got your power button, your volume up and down here and here. I don't know if that's quite visible, being black and all. These are your speakers. You would assume that because it's not open here that you would not be able to hear those speakers very clearly. I will tell you, whether it's in the case or not, this Amazon tablet has exceptionally good sound. So keep that in mind. Now, I just opened an app in my fumbling there. Now, 2560 by 1600 high definition screen, 8.9 inch. Beautiful. Very, very nice angles. Nothing that I can say in the negative in relationship to the screen or its graphics. Both are fantastic. The origami case, which this one has, does add nearly the weight of the tablet. So you got 13.2 on the tablet itself. That's 13 ounces, 13.2 ounces. You have another 10.5 ounces on the case, and the reason for that is it is a magnetic case. The shell is plastic. You probably saw that when I took that out. It's a plastic shell. It is a covered. It's nice imitation leather grain plastic, and the outside of this is also plastic. It has a soft velvet-ish inside that is foldable. How durable that will be, I cannot say. As you can see from the button here and here, they're accessible. They just simply press here and here when you're using your tablet. Snaps in. I don't mean to say snaps in, it's magnet. If there's a magnet in there and it grabs it, and it does a very good job. Now, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, 4 LTE, 3 and 4G, gyroscope, GPS. The only expansion that this unit has, or slots it has, is here. That is for your micro USB charging here. And you can, of course, it being a micro USB, you can use it for other things. And on this side here, you have your audio out. Sorry about that sound. I'm real close to a road. That is your audio out. As far as the apps that are included, it doesn't really come with much. It comes with its own proprietary Silk browser, which I do like. If we open up your Silk browser, it has a couple of neat features. You see you get a full screen if you press here. It expands to give you the full screen. It has a back button and a forward button here. It also has an add bookmark, find in page, share, etc. Very easy to access. A search button on the top. I like all that. I like it. It's very easy. There's nothing complicated about it. You can do your Facebook from here. You can do whatever you need to do from here. You can get out of there. But so you have your Silk browser. You have your email. You have your help. Now, Amazon was sharp here. They have what they call the Mayday button. You press help. You have video, one-way video. You can see them. They cannot see you. If you test that, it works fantastic. It is a wonderful tool for the newbie. So if this is your first tablet or you're considering this as a first tablet, the help is not limited to high-tech issues. They'll answer any question you have. So it's a nice feature for Amazon. As far as other things that are preloaded on here, you have a calendar, you have the Amazon shop or store, you have a camera, which we'll go into a little bit more there. You have your Kindle free time, which is a really neat thing. You have a contacts, and I think that's about it. I mean, there's really not much else. On the top here, this kind of reminds me of an old transistor radio with the tops being white, but you have your shop. Okay, that's your Amazon shop. If you want to go on Amazon, boom, you press there, you're at Amazon. You go back again. You have games, you have apps, books, music, videos, your newsstand, your audiobooks, your web, your photos, and your docs. Everything is just literally right there at your fingertips. So they're trying to really get away from the multi-screen home pages, and so everything's at the top. For some, that's very easy, and some people do like that. You know, in some ways, I like it. Over here, you have your settings. You have your accounts. If you go to My Account, very easy. You can set up your social networks right in here, your payment options, your account settings. You can even modify your account settings on Amazon right from your tablet. Most of the settings are very similar to regular Android settings. The parental controls, which I really think are very nicely done, are a plus. So you could talk about, you know, that it's not Android, doesn't look just like Android, doesn't have home page, doesn't this, doesn't that. But they have thought of a lot of that, and they've worked around it in their own Amazon way. Let's be honest. The person who buys the Amazon Kindle Fire HDX, the person who buys it, is generally someone who spends a lot of time on Amazon. They're either buying books, downloading movies, songs, or shopping on Amazon. Now, I'm here to tell you that I buy about half of everything I buy on Amazon. Now, I am not a Walmart person. I do not like Walmart much, and so I'm not trying to slam Walmart, but everywhere I can spend money elsewhere, I do. So a lot of my money goes to Amazon, so this is a good tool for me. Let's talk a little bit about battery life. Battery life, about 9 hours of moderate to heavy use. 11 hours of real light use. They claim much more, but I haven't experienced that in the few days that I've been playing with it. It does have a very good charge time. So as you deplete this unit, why the charge time is fairly quick. I seem to enjoy how quickly it charged, but it's not what it doesn't appear to be what they claim. However, it does exceed many other tablets, many other tablets. Also, let me talk about that Snapdragon quad-core 2.2. In tests, this tablet has outperformed many high-end tablets. So it is a lower price tablet in many ways. However, in performance, Amazon did not cut corners. They really do have a very fast, and I say screaming, it is smoking fast tablet. It is lightweight. It's reasonably affordable. Listen, its graphics are exceptional. The design is sleek. It has great connectivity options. I mean, think about that. Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4, LTE, 3 or 4G. I mean, look, there's a lot of options Amazon is giving you here. But there are some things they're taking away from you, and we'll get to that. The size of the tablet is smaller. It does feel like a one-handed tablet. So that's something to really think about. It's nice for someone just sliding in a notebook or sliding it in a purse or something like that, something they carry around with them. It's very reasonably small. Feels nice in the hands. It doesn't want to slip even without the cover. It doesn't seem to want to slip. Good charge times. Great connectivity choices, like I said. If you're an Amazon user like we are, this is a good option for you. You've got your instant video if you're a Prime member, music store. You can borrow books on the Amazon from Amazon. The Mayday button and the parental controls all make this a very nice tablet. The graphics, etc. But there are limitations. Limited storage. Limited storage, meaning you get 16, 32, or 64 gigabytes. That's it. That's all you're going to get. Also, you only have a micro USB connector. Nothing else. Zero. Nothing else. If you want HDMI to connect into your TV, not going to happen. However, they are working on the Miracast to broadcast or send from the tablet to certain devices, mostly Samsung devices, the video that you're watching. So, excuse me. So that is something that may benefit you, may not. If you're using your device to mirror what you're seeing on your high definition TV, it's probably not going to happen unless it is compatible with this device. So limited storage, limited expansion slots. The origami case, if you did order it or consider ordering it, it's a love-hate kind of thing. I'm just going to tell you. I like it in some ways and I don't in others. It's kind of funky. Forgive me for using those kind of phrases, but it is just kind of funky. However, even though it is a little funky, it does seem to do what it's supposed to do. Now, the origami case is supposed to actuate your camera, and the way it's supposed to do that is by sliding it up. Your camera is supposed to come on. You see, it almost did it there. What I have found is that it doesn't always do it. There we go, camera. There you go. Get a little look around the office there. That's the camera. It doesn't always work, and I'll tell you why it doesn't always work. You see this ridge coming across the top there? That ridge interferes with the camera. And I think that they could have designed that a little better so that that did not interfere with the camera actuation. Nice feature to be able to slide your camera up, or your tablet up, and have the camera come on every single time. But I can tell you about 50% of the times it does not work. So that to me is a drawback to the origami case. However, I do like it. I think it has a place. The front camera is only a 1.2 megapixel, the forward face. The rear face, though, is an 8 megapixel. It's a very decent camera pointing away. So if you're taking photos and the like, why, you'll be pleased with that. The front camera could be better. Limitations. This is where I think this tablet has the biggest issue, and that is limitations in the app zone. If you like to download a lot of apps, if you like to buy especially a lot of apps, you're just not going to get the kind of service that you were getting from the Google marketplace here with this tablet. You're just not going to get it. So that's the biggest drawback. I don't like the carousel either, and if you're like me, I don't want everything I download to pop up in a carousel and have to fiddle and fight with it to either remove it or keep it, and making decisions all the time of which I'm going to do. I don't like that. Personally, I don't like that. So this is where I'll spend most of my time. So the carousel, it's awkward. The Miracast isn't for every device. So it's designed, the Miracast is to mirror what you see onto another device. It's just simply not for all devices. I tried a few at home, couldn't get them to work. I think it has has a lot of limitations. And by the way, on the Silk browser, even though I like the Silk browser, it's the only browser that works with this operating system. So you are limited with that. So having said all of that, having pointed out some of the limitations, etc., I do give it a thumbs up. Amazon produced a high definition tablet. It is spunky. It has a very light profile. It is a nice looking unit. They've made some real nice angles on the graphics are beautiful. The connectivity is nice. And yes, it has drawbacks. But for the Amazon user, this really is the tablet for you. It will not replace my Samsung Note. It will not replace that, but it is a replacement for one of my wife's tablets. So the Amazon Kindle Fire